Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azif Syauqi bin Muhammad Sopey and my group mate, the first one is Muhammad Arif Syazwan, Muhammad Syahril Helmi, Muhammad Shahrul Nizam and Ahmad Luqman Nul-Hakim. Today we will present to you about the comparison between traditional and present method of teaching Islamic education. Now I will proceed and pass this presentation to my group mate, which is brother Arif Syazwan, to present the first traditional method, which is talaki.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Syazwan. One of the old methods is talaki. Talaki learning is Islamic lessons conducted in a halaqah. It is led by a qualified teacher and guided by a certain book in order to attain a certain spiritual status. It covers all aspects of Islamic knowledge, in particular akidah such as Tawhid, Sharia, Fiqh, and Akhlaq. Talaki lessons, as financially challenged as they are, still gain respect due to the discipline, comprehensiveness, combination of theory and practice, blessings, and formation of good manners.
Now we move to memorization techniques. Memorization techniques are strategies that ease the retention of information process over time for the purpose of influencing further action. However, memorizing is not entirely rather an ongoing process one endures over time. It is possible for anyone can train and develop their memorizing abilities. In addition, memorization techniques often involve repetitions. Therefore, these techniques involve visual aids such as flashcard and diagram to self-test material comprehension. And memorization takes time, and it's suggested to implement this technique over several days and increase the time in between each study session to test progress and understanding.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Educational through storytelling is also the old method of teaching Islamic education. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to tell stories of the past prophets and their nations, and sometimes of some individuals of such nation in a certain context, in a way to teach Muslims using interesting stories from which they can derive lessons and admonition in a relaxing and informal way. This can be clarified by referring to the story of the people of the ditch, the magician, the monk and the slave, as mentioned in Sahih Muslim in the book of Zuhud and Softening of Hearts.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I will continue to the next method, which is reading. The Prophet's method of reading originates from the first revealed verse of the Quran, which is Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq, which means read in the name of the Lord and Cherisher, which refers to the reading, recitation and understanding of the Quran. Even now, a Muslim child is initiated into the realm of education by reciting a few verses from the Holy Quran. The Prophet ﷺ said that the highest form of prayer for his people was the reading of the Holy Book. He also said that the most gracious among the believers were those who learned the Quran and taught it to the others. As we can see nowadays, reading is still the major and significant method in the teaching and learning processes. We cannot deny that. However, in the recent era, we can see that students are not really interested in reading. They only read something if we, as a teacher, ask them to do so without doing it independently. Thus, we as a teacher should play a big and significant role in implementing other methods of teaching that can enhance and engage their interest in learning, especially in Islamic education.
The fifth traditional methods for teaching is writing. From scientific study, it shows that reading 10 times is equivalent to writing once. So, in this regard, Prophet Muhammad SAW said, bind the knowledge by writing. For example, the emancipation of the prisoners of the war in return for teaching literacy to people shows that the significance that he attached to reading and writing.
And now, I want to present about the new methods that have been used widely in teaching and learning, which is gamification. Gamification is about transforming the classroom environment and regular activities into a game. It requires creativity, collaboration, and play. Hence, teachers need to be creative in implementing this method for students to learn. It can promote learning and deepen student understanding of subject matter.
Next, flipped classroom is also the new method of teaching Islamic education. Flipped classroom is a pedagogical approach in which direct instruction moves from the group learning space to the individual learning space, and the resulting group space is transformed into a dynamic, interactive learning environment where the educator guides students as they apply concepts and engage creatively in the subject matter. This method is fitting with the revised Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, which means students can finish the lower level of cognitive work before class, and when they come to class, they can engage in higher cognitive levels of learning with peers and teacher present. Understand? Nice.
Now, I will continue to the next present method of teaching Islamic education, which is student-centered. What is student-centered? Student-centered is an active learning, which is a response of or active response from students when undergoing the process of learning. Through active learning, students are fully engaged in the learning process, giving positive responses as well as actively participating in implementing the given activities. According to the Demirci in 2017, students who undergo active learning have the opportunity to build knowledge emphasizing particular aspects of skills such as build analytical thinking, problem solving, and metacognitive activity, which could expand their thinking ability. Therefore, in the context of Islamic education teachers, their role and wisdom to provide the elements of active learning to students is crucial and in line with the concept of 21st century learning.
One of the new method of teaching I said is I think. The I think means innovative thinking, which students are provided with the skill of thinking. The purpose of introducing I think is to produce human capital that has a critical and creative thinking, innovative and competitive in the future. Basically, there are 8 maps in I think, and each map has its own thinking process.
For the fifth present method, which is the 21st century learning, it consists of 4 main components, which is the first one is the communication. The communication, for example, the student share their ideas, their thoughts and solution. And the second one is the collaboration. Collaboration is students working together to achieve a common goal, putting talent, expertise and intelligence to use. And the third one is critical thinking, which is looking at the problems in a new way and linking learning across subject and disciplines. And the last one is creative thinking, which is trying new approaches to get things done, equal innovation and invention.